Hey guys, Michael here. That's Austin, that's Jay, and we're Next Gen Media, and today we're going to be reviewing this 2020 Lincoln Navigator. Taking a look at this mammoth of a vehicle on the outside, we have a length of just over 18 feet and a height of just over 6 feet. And with all that, it weighs in at just over 6,000 pounds. And now we need something to power this big unit. So we got a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 engine producing 450 horsepower and 510 foot-pounds of torque. Now with all that power, we can tow 8,100 pounds. And also we have an all-wheel drive system which is programmable by the switch dial in the interior depending on what mode you're going into, and that'll allow you to navigate through all different kinds of terrain while towing quite a bit of weight.
All right, so some of my views here on the 2020 Lincoln Navigator. It's a pretty nice looking unit. It looks pretty similar in the front end to a Range Rover. Some may say it's better. It comes down to personal preference. Some cool things about this is we have an active shutter, we have a camera on the front for parking sensing, and this badge right here, she lights up at nighttime to let everyone know you're driving a sweet Lincoln. It is a sport utility vehicle, but I wouldn't really compare it to one when it comes down to the size. It's more of a refrigerator on wheels, if you do.
Let's talk about the back end of this car. This tail light goes across the back end and it glows up at night, and it gives it a pretty cool and classy look. There's nothing much to talk about at the back end anymore, and we can just talk about cargo space. As you can see, this car has a lot of cargo space. You can use this for picnics like they're using, or you can use it for camping. Okay, you can use this car as a 4-seater or a 7-seater, depending on what seats you need. You can drop the third row to have some extra space, and if you need even more space, you can drop the second row and go camping. All right, let's move on to the interior. When you unlock the door, you're greeted by the step. So 5'11" guys who claim to be 6 feet can get in.
So inside this Lincoln here, we have an upgraded trim level. The wood finish of the trim gives it a yacht-like finish and makes the car feel super luxurious. The steering wheel is all leather and comfortable to hold, and the dashboard is high in quality, and heads-up display is also crisp. When any shake occurs, the heads-up display does not shake, which shows its great build quality. You can also adjust the height of the heads-up display just in case you're 5'11".
Just wanted to talk quickly about this steering wheel. There's an adjustment button on the left side. You can adjust your steering wheel accordingly if you want it closer to you. There's 4 adjustable options. You can go closer to you, down, up, and you can just move it however you like. And then another feature in this car is that you can adjust your pedals, your brake pedal and your gas pedal accordingly, however you like it. After that, I want to talk about the seats. There are 16 different ways you can adjust them. It's actually very comfortable. You can adjust literally every single thing you don't have right here, and you can move it forward and backwards just like that. Another part that I want to talk about, that these seats come with massaging chairs. So you can adjust the massaging chairs from right here. You can adjust different modes for massaging. There's 4 different levels that you can use, and you can adjust it from right here. If you click on massage, you can set it up as a low or high frequency.
There's a knob here on the center console which allows you to select through the 7 different drive modes, and each one has a feature that's unique to the other, and like activates your all-wheel drive or turns your traction control off, stuff like that. It's very interesting, very high tech, and yeah, a lot of options. So for the infotainment, we have a large display here, a lot of settings, there's a lot you can go through. These quick access buttons here at the bottom help you navigate it fairly quickly. It's very responsive to the touch, not a lot of lag at all. It's very nice for the vehicle. And moving down here, we got the volume and tune, so we can turn the radio station to whatever we would like, and then the volume right here is for just quick access. Our gear select is kind of the same as GM uses on their vehicles. You just put your foot on the brake and then you can push down on each one just like that. And As well, when you go into reverse, your camera will come up on the display, but if you do not want to put it in reverse to get the camera, you can just push this button and then you have your bird's eye view as well as every other angle that the car has to offer. Well, that's enough sitting around and talking. Let's get this thing on the road and see how it feels. So Austin, what do you feel about this car? Is there anything you don't like?
We're just gonna start right off with I don't like.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's not a car that I would personally get myself. I mean, not that I have the money to get this kind of car myself, but if I did, I'd probably go to German luxury. I mean, the wood trim in this, it's nice, but it just feels kind of fake to me. It's not really popping out or screaming anything at me.
While we're on that topic, let's talk about what the retail price is for this car, and what is it? Does anybody know?
110K.
Wow.
Really? It's
6 digits.
It's a lot.
That is a lot. It's a lot more than I would spend for this.
But hey,
I
you
mean,
do get a lot.
You do get a lot, absolutely.
I mean, if you count all the features that we just talked about
It has
before,
a lot of features.
yeah.
I mean, I can move where my gas pedals are if I'm a short guy, or I got a bird's eye view, or frick, what other features do we got here that are cool?
Well, my seat's massaging me right now and that's pretty nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think this vehicle would be very ideal for long road trips as
Mhm.
it's so spacious. You have good sound system, massaging, a good infotainment system. The driver has many features that make driving this car just that much easier and convenient.
It
Yeah.
rides so smooth, going over bumps, and I mean, we know how the roads here in Saskatchewan are.
Yeah.
You ever been to Moose Jaw?
Well,
Oh my
yeah, don't.
gosh, don't.
Yeah.
The paddle shifters on here, they're a little short and they're plastic. I'd expect something more luxury for paddle shifters.
What do you
I might
expect?
be greedy.
Aluminum? Oh, what?
Yeah. How
That
much
did
would
not-
somebody really use the paddle shifters on a
that's
vehicle
true.
like
In a car
this?
like this, I don't really see people using the paddle shifters.
Yeah, so we got heated and cooled seats as well, I forgot to mention. So massaging, I could also have it cooling while it massages or heating while it massages.
That's pretty cool feature, especially in winters, if it's pretty cold, you can just start her up and get the seats warmed up before you get in. So
And-
that's something that I would want in my car. So I rate it highly for that part.
Yeah, and Austin, where do you? You about 6 foot, you'd say?
Yeah, just about there.
And you got a lot of headspace above you yet.
Dude, holy cow. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this vehicle kind of is nice for all kinds of people, short, tall, bigger, either
Yeah.
or.
And there's so much legroom at the back too. I'm sitting very comfortably. I'm pretty sure I can move my seat back a little bit more, which is pretty nice. I mean, I'm not 6 feet, but there's a lot of room here for 6 feet people.
But the seats in the back, they're not electronic, I found. I didn't really like sitting back there. I can't change where the backrest is too well, otherwise it pushes up the front. I just find it's harder to get comfortable back there than in the front, but obviously in the front we have 16 different ways we can adjust our seat. Plenty of lumbar support. That's one of the things I love about this car is the way it hugs me in here. It's super comfortable. Oh, anyone else got anything to hit on this, hit or miss?
The wood trim looks really nice and it has this chrome accent that goes along everything in here and it really makes that wood pop. Although it might not look to the highest quality as some people would expect, but it looks all right, all in all.
Yeah.
The gloss black finish though on the front though, it can get dusty. Can mark it with my fingerprint super easy, so it is a little bit harder to keep that display screen and the climate control area clean. But
That's just a problem in most of the cars these days because they love having that gloss black look though.
overall, on a score of 10, where would you guys rate this on your scale from personal bias of liking it
for
to disliking
SUVs?
it?
Yeah, I would give it a solid 7.5.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
What would you explain behind your rating for
My
that?
rating is it's a very nice car, and it's luxurious and everything. It's got all those features, but I feel like I could buy something better for that price tag right there. I don't know about that. I'm just
Well, we can compare it to that Mercedes we had done a few weeks back.
Yeah.
The price tag was fairly similar, and these have a lot of the same features. This is just an SUV that seats, what is it, seven people?
Seven-seater, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just bigger basically, and for being a Lincoln to a Mercedes, I think they're very comparable.
yeah.
What's your score on this bad boy?
For price wise and everything all in, like, it's nice. A 9 out of 10.
You give it a 9 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think, Austin, with all your...
What do you guys think I'm gonna rate it?
I think you're gonna
Low.
rate it like a 6 or 6.5.
Yeah, I honestly I'm gonna rate it low, to my personal bias and liking of it. I mean, it's a nice car, but it's just almost killed someone. Oops.
But the person was just rumming. Oh boy.
All right, somebody else drive.
Okay, so since I obviously can't drive, we just kind of switch things around here super quick. Threw Jay in the front, I'm in these back seats. So to break down my rating of this ride on our car review here, I'll break it down. So comfortability, the way the seats work, I love the front seats. The comfort options there are superior. I love all the lumbar support, the massaging seat, and just the way they look, they're cool. When it comes to the back seat, I'm not very comfortable back here. When I adjust my seat, it just, the bottom part moves with the back part. I wish that the back part just reclined and the front stayed as is. However, coming down to looks, the inside of the car, the interior doesn't really meet my needs. It does have all the fun buttons and lots of options, but it's not turning me on. I can't stop clicking the button on this mic.
All right, so Austin isn't turned on by the interior of this vehicle.
The exterior though, it just looks boss. Like, it's just big, and it's just too big for me.
This is something you'd expect to see Drake hopping out of, coming to his concert.
Yeah. But overall, I'd probably give it a solid 6.5 out of 10, and that's probably coming a little bit low on what the vehicle is and for what it is. I should probably give it a higher rating, but that's my personal rating on it.
Oh, that's a fair rating, if that's what you feel like about the vehicle, and you just drove it too, and you've been in all seats like we have too. So yeah, that's a fair rating on your part.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you would like to add, Mike?
Not really. I think we covered most of the things we would like to cover in this video.
All right, that's awesome.
So coming to an end here. Thanks everyone for tuning in once again to our car reviews. This is a 2020 Lincoln Navigator. Shout out to Auto Gallery for loaning us this vehicle. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you want to see us driving next. Follow us on Instagram at NextGenCarClub, and tune in next time.
Peace.